Imagine a nation rich in minerals yet struggling with poverty, while foreign corporations drain its wealth. Now picture its leader standing up and saying, "Enough is enough." That's exactly what's happening in Niger. In a shocking move, General Abdurrahman Chiani has ordered Chinese mining companies to pack up and leave within 48 hours. The decision has sent shockwaves across the global mining industry and is being hailed as a bold stand against foreign exploitation. This sudden announcement has left many questioning how prepared Niger is to take full control of its mining sector. With vast mineral reserves, the country has the potential to thrive if managed efficiently. But why has Niger suddenly taken this drastic step? And what does it mean for the future of resource control in West Africa? Stay with us as we break it all down. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to Africa Info Hub and turn on notifications so you don't miss important updates about Africa's political and economic landscape. General Chiani's decision isn't just about making a political statement. It's about reclaiming Niger's economic independence. For years, Chinese mining corporations have operated under exploitative conditions, failing to respect Nigerian labor laws. Reports indicate that these companies have been paying workers meager wages while denying them basic rights, such as safety protections and fair employment contracts. Local activists and labor unions have repeatedly raised concerns about these violations, but their pleas were often ignored by previous administrations. Many Nigerians have grown frustrated watching their resources being extracted with little benefit to their communities. Beyond labor issues, these firms have excluded local suppliers, preferring to import materials and machinery from China rather than investing in Niger's economy. This has stifled the growth of local industries, keeping Niger reliant on foreign entities. Additionally, despite multiple promises, there has been no real transfer of technology, meaning Niger's mining sector remains dependent on foreign expertise instead of developing local talent. The Nigerian government has long maintained a legal framework that demands fair resource distribution, but Chinese corporations have largely ignored these regulations. With growing public frustration and rising nationalist sentiment, the military leadership finally decided to act. This move sends a clear message. Niger will no longer tolerate the exploitation of its resources without fair compensation and local benefits. Niger's struggle against foreign exploitation is nothing new. For decades, powerful nations have treated Africa as a limitless supply of raw materials while giving little in return. France, for instance, held a near monopoly over Niger's uranium mines, extracting vast quantities while paying outrageously low prices. The people of Niger saw little to no benefit, despite uranium being one of the country's most valuable resources. This ongoing pattern has left many African nations dependent on foreign aid rather than benefiting from their own wealth. Without significant economic reforms, this cycle of exploitation threatens to continue for future generations. This pattern of exploitation extends beyond France. From gold to oil, Africa's vast resources have been systematically undervalued and extracted by foreign powers. Western corporations, followed by rising Chinese firms, have used Africa's weak regulatory frameworks and corrupt political alliances to secure lucrative deals that disadvantage local populations. The situation in Niger is just another chapter in this long history of economic control. But there's a shift happening. Across West Africa, leaders are realizing that their nations cannot achieve true sovereignty if they do not control their own wealth. The question is, will Niger's decision be the spark that ignites a continent-wide movement? Niger's expulsion of Chinese mining firms is not an isolated event. It's part of a growing trend in West Africa. Countries like Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger have seen a surge in nationalist policies aimed at breaking free from neocolonial economic chains. The increasing cooperation between these countries indicates a broader strategic shift away from foreign dependency. Leaders are pushing policies that prioritize economic self-sufficiency, investing in local industries instead. Since coming to power, Captain Ibrahim Traoré in Burkina Faso and Colonel Assimi Goïta in Mali have pushed for economic reforms that favor local interests over foreign corporations. Mining contracts are being renegotiated, and some exploitative agreements have been outright canceled. This shift has fueled the rise of the Alliance of Sahel States, AES. a regional coalition dedicated to economic and military cooperation. The AES is emerging as a potential game changer, allowing these nations to collectively resist foreign dominance. By working together, they can create new economic policies that ensure Africa's wealth benefits Africans first. Niger's bold decision is another step toward building this new economic reality. Niger's move has deep geopolitical consequences. The West and China have long competed for influence in Africa, and this expulsion threatens China's stronghold over the region's resources. As China seeks to expand its Belt and Road Initiative, losing access to Niger's mineral wealth is a significant setback. This expulsion could also force China to reassess its investment strategies in Africa, potentially leading to fairer agreements in the future. African nations now realize they have leverage and can demand better terms for their resources. At the same time, this decision could reshape Niger's trade relationships. While China has been a dominant player, Niger could now seek new partnerships, possibly with other African nations or even BRICS countries looking to invest under fairer terms. The West, which has also benefited from Africa's resources, is watching closely. Some fear this could be the beginning of a broader rejection of foreign-controlled mining. More importantly, this sends a strong message to African leaders. If Niger can reclaim control of its resources, what's stopping other nations from doing the same? The days of unchecked foreign exploitation might be coming to an end, and Niger is making sure the world knows it. This is more than just a dispute over mining contracts. It's a battle for economic sovereignty. Niger's decision to expel Chinese mining companies is a declaration that Africa is ready to take back control of its wealth. If this momentum continues, it could set a precedent for other resource-rich nations across the continent. The future of Africa's economic landscape may well be decided by how nations respond to this bold move by Niger. If similar actions are taken elsewhere, the global economic balance could shift dramatically. Your perspective matters. What is your opinion on Niger's decision to expel Chinese mining companies? Could this be the turning point for Africa's economic liberation? Will other nations follow Niger's lead and take similar steps to reclaim their resources? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Africa Info Hub for more updates on Africa's fight for economic and political independence. See you in the next video.